Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay cast from the South Korean ladder 2024, very recent replays, as we have spawned here in the lower right in the purple. It is Flash with his AK, and in the lower left in the brown also Barcode player, but sadly I don't know who this is. Barcode with a dot behind, perhaps you guys know who this pro player is. Once again a 4 spawning location map, I believe Polypoid. Yeah, very interesting matchup here. Once again, a pretty short replay, as you can see from the time, around 13-14 minute mark. Let's just see if Flash is once again going to try his well-known timing push, or perhaps it's going to be a surprise here from the Protoss to counter it with perhaps a shuttle or a arbiter gameplay like we've seen in previous replays here onto this channel. In the meantime, the Protoss opening up here pretty standardly with his pylon very next to his gas. Let's have a look at Flash. He should also follow up with his supply depot next to the base, so pretty standard open up here for both players. No intentions yet to go for a fast expansion, but this can of course change, especially in the situation here from the Protoss that actually know he's deciding to go for a gateway. And I'm pretty sure that very soon he's going to continue with his gas. So very nice triangle being created here by the Protoss. See the reaction from Flash is going for his barracks, also very close towards his base, so not moving out with his SCV to secure his expansion point right here. He's pretty much standardly placing his barracks here, and also with a very early gas by him. Same can be said here for the Protoss, as we can see all of course here into the production tab into the upper left part. So yeah, pretty standard stuff here by both players, as very soon the first scouting SCV is going to start the movement out here onto the map, and I believe very soon the Protoss might also try to move out as he continues here with his cybernetic score. And yeah, SCV sadly here for Flash, going straight towards the wrong direction into the upper left part. And let's just see the timing here from his factory, as we also see the first Zealot getting produced here. Interesting enough for the Protoss. It looks like the Protoss wants to be aggressive early on with his Zealot, with his probe, even placing an interesting pylon into this location, perhaps to have vision in case there is an SCV coming here forward, or perhaps to hide a building here. A robotics facility bay could be hidden, a starport, even some carriers will be hidden right here, the fleet beacon and starports. Let's just see how the game is going to continue. There we have the factory for Flash, another supply depot, first Marine, and the first Zealot is also moving out here for the Protoss. But yeah, both players with, sadly for them, a bad rally there for their workers to see where exactly the opponent is hiding, as the Zealot might now go towards the low right from the map here from Flash. We have one lone Marine here out. He's going to very likely secure the ramp very soon with his other Marine, as some SCVs will very likely have to be pulled as the Zealot will arrive very soon. And the SCV has made it here forward, sees that the upgrade has started for the Dragoons. Let's have a look what exactly this Zealot can do now versus 3 Marines onto the high ground. One SCV is also getting brought here forward by Flash to secure the ramp, and with that I believe the Zealot has to be microed back, as the first Dragoons are also getting produced here by the Protoss. And we see a nice bunker for Flash, so very defensive gameplay. But hold on, actually the first Dragoon is already out for him. The first Marines might take some damage. Flash got a little bit off guard here as one Marine is getting sniped, the second one also taking some damage. Finally the Zealot has been taken out, the Dragoon will also take some damage. In comes even the probe here, but it's getting sniped, and the bunker has finally finished here for Flash. So with that I believe the harassment is going to be pretty over, as the Vulture is also moving out here for him. With that he sees the timing from his expansion, from the opponent, and we also have the expansion from Flash starting here. A very good harassment. In the end it has been held off. Very early bunker was needed here for Flash to fend this off, as the first Vultures are scouting here the map. And yeah, let's just see how this game is going to continue. The Dragoons also nicely patrolling here the main from the Protoss, as the SCV is going to repair the Vulture here, and very soon the mines upgraded are going to be ready here, as we see the robotics facility bay for the Protoss. There it is. So we might see very soon a shuttle gameplay. We might see him go for some observers much needed of course against the Vulture gameplay here for the Terran, and a very defensive gameplay here for the Protoss. Same can be said here for Flash, but he's actually deciding to be a little bit aggressive with his Vultures moving out. No speed for them yet, so we have the Dragoons nicely snapping the mine. He now sees the pylon here, but yeah, the mines will be snapped by the Protoss. Very good gameplay here by him, as more units are getting brought here forward. One Vulture is getting snapped, but with that the way is pretty much open here, as one Vulture might be ready to move here forward, even placing some mines, so there is no detection for the Protoss. Yet another mine, so probes have to be pulled. This one Vulture might be successful into sniping one probe or two, which are an idle, so one might get sniped. A very good snipe here by Flash, but in the end it is going to be cleared. So yeah, pretty good harassment here by Flash. Also nice scouting. He saw the robotics facility bay, so he knows that pretty much a shuttle attack could happen very soon versus him, so clear reaction would be some turrets into this location. Let's have a look what exactly is Flash going for. There's the engineering bay forced to react versus the robotics facility bay from the opponent. So yeah, pretty nice stuff. We will have passed the 6-minute mark. Flash still patrolling the map. Speed is going to finally get finished here for the Vultures, so he might be lucky to run by this sledge right here and inflict good damage against the Protoss expansion right here. So the Protoss perhaps needs to be building some more units here, or placing some more pylons, even an observatory here, just to block the entrance against any early Vultures, as more Vultures and tanks are getting produced here for Flash. So yeah, Flash decides to be defensive. He's expecting, of course, the attack. There's with the shuttle, with the Reaver, there's the reaction with the turret, even having a barracks out here. And we also have him react right here, building a wall off and creating another turret into this location. In the meantime, the Protoss might secure the other expansion point very soon. So he's playing very macro orientated here by him, as more and more Dragoons are getting added here for him as well. Flash could also react with a starport and could of course inflict good damage with a drop into this location with some Vultures. Could be a possibility here for him. And yeah, let's just see if this is going to be one of his options. He did show us this trick into one of his replays, but this time I believe he's just going to stay into the factories, as he is indeed expecting an attack with the shuttle. We have some upgrades for the Goliaths and weapons one for the mech units, as the observer is slowly but steadily moving here forward towards the main production buildings from Flash. Sees all the factories, sees the tanks. So yeah, he knows pretty much what exactly is going on here into the main from Flash, as we also have that upgrade for the Goliaths versus the incoming shuttle, in case there would have been some shuttles for the Protoss. But yeah, no such thing yet. We see the Citadel of Adun for speed for the Zealots. So we have the pretty standard Terran versus Protoss gameplay here, as now at the 7 o'clock, sorry, at the 8 o'clock minute, we see lots and lots of factories getting added here by the Terran, by Flash. More and more tanks are getting also added by him. 3 more factories for him, 2 more gateways for the Protoss, and another expansion into this location, which is nicely guarded by the pylons, by the Dragoons here. So the Vultures are now finally moving forward. They might be lucky to snipe this probe right here, and at the same time also another, perhaps an expansion attempt here by the Protoss into this location with his Dragoons. Let's see if this is exactly the option here for the Protoss, as the tanks will also very likely secure the other expansion point here for Flash. So Flash decides to play it more safe, more macro orientated, more economy orientated here, as he's protecting another expansion. So he's not deciding to do a timing push yet with his units. The tanks are on standby waiting for the shuttle gameplay by the Protoss, but still no such thing by the Protoss, as he seems to be hiding a Stargate here into this location. Might even hide a lead beacon, or this could be an arbiter gameplay here by him. We have a forge. Let's just see exactly what the plans here from the Protoss are, as the Vultures are still patrolling the map versus the Dragoons, and slowly but steadily the Dragoons are taking out more and more mines here versus Flash. Weapons 1 is about to get finished. I believe the Protoss only now started his forge, so no upgrades for him yet. And slowly but steadily he's moving here forward, but he needs to be careful against the siege tanks in the back. There they are, one shot already getting taken here by the Dragoon, as the expansion has indeed started here for Flash. And yeah, let's just see how the game is going to continue. The expansion is about to get finished. 61 workers for the Protoss, 58 for Flash, as more and more map awareness is getting created here by the Protoss. So the Protoss with a very good map control, lots and lots of units here for him. Flash on a more defensive gameplay this time. Weapons 1 has finished, and there we have a starport with a science facility. So perhaps Flash is expecting a arbiter gameplay here by the opponent, as we see indeed the arbiter tribunal here. So Science Vessel, of course, the natural counter towards the Arbiter gameplay here by the opponent. Has vision and also can nicely EMP shockwave the Arbiter. So let's see what is going to happen. We have passed the 10-minute mark. The Protoss seems to be gaining more and more of a map control, adding more and more expansions all over the map. And if this continues like this, of course, Flash is going to be behind, so he knows this, of course. Very likely did scan the area with his satellites. So yeah, seeing all of those expansion will have to force him very soon to go out and attack. But yeah, there is an Arbiter, so he needs those science vessels very, very soon, very, very urgently. Weapons 2 and Armor 1 has also started here for Flash. I believe he is having a double armory indeed. Once again, 2 armories here for him. Very important. He always shows this in previous replays. Those upgrades are really, really important for his units. And yeah, let's just see how the game is going to continue. The Vultures take some good damage out of the Dragoons. There's actually massive amounts of Dragoons here for the Protoss, but remember, they don't have upgrades yet. Only Weapons 1 is about to get finished very, very soon. In comes the scan, so of course the Dragoons will stand no chance against the tanks with going to be 1 to 2 upgrades, so 2 weapons upgrades. Really, really strong. As Flash seems to be deciding to move out, but the Protoss is there to engage. He's also nicely kiting the Dragoons back and forward. He's also giving good damage against the Vultures, so the Vultures, of course, very, very slow, very, very bad versus the Dragoons, as more and more Vultures are taking good damage. In the end, some siege tanks in the back are being sieged up, and others will follow very, very soon, as lots and lots of Dragoons will take damage here. So Flash, once again, with a timing push, but his Vultures are really, really low, yet the first expansion point is pretty much in danger from the Protoss. So of course, after scanning all of the map, Flash realized that he has to hurry up. He has to punish the Dragoon, the Protoss expansion's attempts here, as his tanks should have been finished with the upgrades very, very soon. There it is. And yeah, more and more damage is being taken left and right. The Vultures really, really suffering here a lot, but they give great cover towards the tanks in the back, as Flash is slowly but steadily rolling forward, finding a good position here for his tanks. There we have some Zealots with speed in the front. Not all of the siege tanks are sieged up, but that's okay here for Flash. As now in comes from the back the Dragoons from the Protoss. There we have the science facility here, giving good vision versus any DTs. And lots of damage is being taken here from the Protoss. Same can be said here for Flash, but the Dragoons, of course, will stand no chance against all of those upgraded tanks, as the Flash just keeps on rolling forward. Vultures once again in the front. Those pylons actually helping here Flash, so I believe he's going to leave them to stay alive and go straight for the Nexus right here. But no, he decides to create more space towards his units, having more and more vision, planting more and more mines, and the tanks in the back also securing the reinforcements here from Flash. So very strong push once again here by him. One expansion immediately getting taken out, and we even have the Vivi here from the Protoss, and a nice GG followed up here by Flash as well. So great timing push. Of course, Flash knew he had to react after all of those expansions, so he went straight for the first expansion, the second, and very soon the production buildings would have been, of course, in danger. Yeah, nice game by him. Very late Arbiter, still a good economy here for the Protoss, but yeah, it would have been, of course, too late, as the upgrades would have kicked in, and we even had EMP shockwave here for the science vessel. Let's just check the stats really quickly, as I'm going to be clicking left and right. So yeah, very nice APM by both players. Very, very good game actually here by both players. A little bit of a too greedy gameplay here by the Protoss that has been punished once again by a timing push by Flash. And Flash showing us once again that you don't have to turtle up as a Terran. You can do timing pushes and be very successful with them. Also, let's not forget that 1 to 2 upgrades would have been finished for the tanks, so even more deadlier tanks for him. So yeah, once again, a very interesting game. Nice game here by Flash and his opponent, the Protoss Barcode. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Tommy, signing out.